I think there's nothing wrong with white people saying the N-word fully, nigger. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be edgy, I'm trying to be radical, I'm trying to be cool. I really mean it. What I just said, that there's nothing wrong, nothing bad, nothing immoral, nothing hurtful about that word if you happen to be white. Um, I think that a word, it's fact, it's a noise we make with our mouths, right? So it can be that hurtful. Don't give me the argument that it's magical and that it just kills people. It's like a knife. It's not a knife. It's a word. It's a noise. Okay. So now, I think there are parents out there that don't really raise their children properly, and and you can actually hurt them with words, right? I think we should fix that, but because I think it really makes no sense if I called you stupid and now you feel hurt. But okay, there are some bad words out there, and I'm not saying that this word's totally fine. Like I'm not saying uh, as a white guy I should go to a black kid for no reason and say you're a nigger. That's wrong, and obviously that's kind of it's racist. I would say it's if not racist, it's definitely not nice. I think it's wrong too for a black guy to go to a black kid and for no reason, since they're little, you know, keep telling them, you're a nigger, what's up, nigger, whatever, maybe without the R, they say nigga, right? Uh, I say the R, that's my accent, so I'm not going to change that. Um, but let's assume that the N word is like the worst word in the English language. I don't think it is, okay? But let's assume there's nothing positive about it. I think there's something positive. It could mean like dude or uh, dog, something like that. But let's say it's not. It's just hurtful. It's just evil. It has evil in it, within it. Okay? So, okay. In that hypothetical case, still, you should allow people, intellectuals, black, white, Asian, whatever, um, and people in general, given the proper context, to use that word. For example, the easiest example that I can think of. If I'm telling a story and I'm honestly angry about it, I'm not being facetious, I'm not faking it, and I say, and I happen to be white, I say, there was a neo Nazi, son of a bitch, that killed a poor black kid for no reason, and he called him nigger. You shouldn't freak out because I said it. You shouldn't freak out because I'm white. I think if you do that, you're racist, not me. It's a word. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. So why are you blaming me for? We don't do that with anything else. So that's what I think the usage. That's the rational usage of the word. Even if it was the worst word ever, still intellectuals should be able to use it. I don't think there's an argument to say, even in that context, that I'm telling a story, I shouldn't say that I should hide behind the first letter, the N word. Fuck that. It's nigger. He said nigger. Again, I'm not saying it. He said it. So don't blame me. I'm not racist because I'm not saying that. Um, and I think it's very childish to ask people to do that. But if that was the case, if the word was so evil that you really shouldn't say it, only in those few rare cases, then I mean, would you do that with other words? There are words that you just don't say all the time. Um, but then no one should say it, whether you're black or white. It just should be like such a word that it's so evil, so poisonous that you shouldn't say it. And I would be fine with that, and I think most white people would be fine with that. Right? No one says it. Okay, if you do say it, then I wouldn't be so afraid of calling you racist, or at least I would say that it's really not nice what you're doing, and there's something wrong, immoral about what you're doing. We all decided to not use that word, right? Or most of us, at least. But what you can't have, and this is very surprising for me, which, as you can tell by my accent, I'm not American. Um, I'm Spanish from Europe, and it's very surprising to me, and I think to most foreigners, uh, to see how we treat that word, how you're able to. White people can't say it, but black people not only can say it, they say it all the time. So, uh, I've had black people come to me and call me nigger, well, maybe without the R again, because that's their accent, nigga, tell me, what's up, nigga, something. And I was really the first time I was like, what the fuck? Like, you don't know me. Why are you telling me that? Like, I wasn't thinking about that. Why do you have to be racial about this? Why are you allowed to use like? It's just I don't like the word really, and it's not. I think it's stupid to use it. But That's my point. That if you use it to someone, if black people can use it like that all the time, they can sing about it, they can tell white people that word, and it's fine. It's like you're really rubbing in our faces. It's like that's not like you're proving the word is not so bad. You're using it yourself. And I think it's very silly and it's very stupid. Like if you repeat a word all the time, especially with rap songs, it's every 3 words you find nigger. Um, you can't ask me to not say it ever. It's just insane. Because then what you it's like a game that I'm playing with you. Then like I have to listen to you. Like it's like an accent. You pick it up living in a place, right? So if I keep hearing one word and I like you and I like your music or whatever, and I keep hearing that you're telling me that, it's gonna come out. And that's not because I'm racist, because I'm listening to it the same way. If you speak Spanish to me, I end up speaking more Spanish. I end up using more Spanish words, sounding more Spanish, right? It's just the way that it is. We're human beings. We repeat what we like, right? And if you use that word to mean dude, to mean something positive, I'm going to use it too. Okay. So I think really that argument that white people should live in that world and play that game where they listen to that word all the time, it's rubbed in their faces 24/7, and they should not say it. I think that's silly, that's childish, and racist, clearly racist. Um, but okay, so now that was the hypothetical case, but the real life scenario, as I just proved, that the word is not so bad, it's not so hurtful because black people also say it. So, and the reality is, like I can think any word that I can think that is a bad word. I use it all the time with my friends, like cunt, asshole, like kike, right? Those are Jews, whatever. It's just like if someone is your friend, you're gonna use it in a nice way. You're gonna say the worst, oh, you fat piece of whatever. You're going to use that because you trust that. You know he's not trying to hurt you. It's just funny, right? It's funny because it's wrong. And that applies for every word. Nigger is not special. It's just not. It's just even if it came from slavery or whatever. I'm Spanish, and in Spanish we some people use sudaca. I don't use it. I've never used that. I've never used nigger or sudaca to refer to hurt someone's feelings. Sudaca just means like South American, but really like in a bad way. And but I've used it for some of my friends as a joke. Okay, it's just it happens with every word, and so bad words can be funny. That's clear. It's not like it. They're not magical. Never. Um, but really, I think that our goal, uh, and I hope everyone agrees with this, should be for black people to develop some thick skin that they clearly don't have in 2022. Okay, I'm sorry to say it. It's really a shame that you're so fragile right now. But you don't clearly, as a group, you don't have thick skin. But our goal should be right, and I think that was the goal has been for many years to develop some thick skin so that words don't bother you that much. So that if a real racist guy calls you nigger to try to hurt your feelings, you laugh in their faces. Because first, if they're racist, you know they're dumb. Because this is another point. Like, I'm not racist not because I'm nice, not because I'm kind, it's because I'm smart. Like, if you believe in racism, you have to be really stupid. Like, if you think every person of one individual group with because of their skin, they're superior to another group, with all the individuals there, you really have to be dumb for it. So the goal should be, if you're black and someone calls you nigger, you should laugh in their faces. You should, really? Is that all you got? You know how to hurt a guy. It shouldn't be that bad. It should hurt you more if I tell you that something about your personality, something about specific to you. Okay. Um. So really, I think yeah, our goal is to not give a damn, not the opposite, which is what I'm saying, that we're caring more and more about it. Um, but I think the worst thing, the most insidious feature uh, about this problem, and I think it also happens with the word retarded, is that we are we're basically one step shy of basically a human sacrifice. at least in a metaphorical way. Like we really destroy people's lives for words. And what I mean by human sacrifice is that we don't go after the real racist or the real bad people of the world, right? That really want to hurt a person that is retarded. What we do is cases like Joe Rogan recently, that's why I'm making this video, or Michael Richards in the past, truly talented people. One of them, a Jew, suffered. The other Italian, they also suffered, historically speaking. They also were slaves at some points. Their ancestors, I'm talking about. Um, so we know they're not racist, right? If you think they're racist, you really like. I think you're not paying attention to the facts. Uh, but even though we know they're not racist, we have destroyed. People are trying to destroy their careers. Like Michael Richards, after Seinfeld and after that incident with the N-word, he hasn't really done anything else notable except Curb Your Enthusiasm, which was great. But um, like I think it's kind of a human sacrifice because it's like society saying, okay, I know it was an accident, I know you didn't mean it, and we do this all the time with people that just a little kid or someone that singing a song they don't realize and they say the word, the nigger, and then everyone goes after them. Or it's just like an accident. I've even heard people that have Tourette syndrome and people complaining that they shouldn't say that word because they're racist, right? It just proves that they're racist. It's just really silly to say that. So I think it's like a kind of human sacrifice because what we do is to say, okay, you're not racist. I know you're not racist, but I'm sorry, we have to kill you. We have to destroy your life because there are other racist people out there that are going to use that narrative if we let you go, which is not true because if someone's racist, you're eventually going to see it. Like it's not an accident. You can see the difference between an accident and a real racist guy. The problem is not the word, it's the idea. If someone thinks they're superior because they're white or black, there are black racists too, that's the problem. And you can actually find that out. It's not that hard, okay? And racists are not geniuses. So, okay. Um, so what I think is that we are treating this word as magic word, okay? And again, I don't see the point of it, and I really don't understand why. If we know that someone is not racist, they gotta pay for it for that price because other people could be racist. Um, uh, I really don't understand that. There's no room for nuance. There's no room for rational thought, for forgiveness. Definitely not. And it's really completely immoral. Um, so I don't think it's okay to do that. And it really reminds me of blasphemy laws. Okay, it reminds me of the Spanish Inquisition. It reminds me of the worst aspects of religion. I think it's a cult. We have right now a cult devoted around circling around race and sex, and I think you can see it with what's happening now to Joe Rogan. Uh, so what I want to say is for Black people to wake up, right, to stop acting like babies, which is what you're doing, to develop some thick skin, to realize that what matters is the real racists, not the people that uh, say the wrong thing when they didn't mean to. Um, there are real problems to worry about, okay? Like the elite, poor whites, poor blacks, okay? People that don't have a chance. Our educational system sucks. The war on drugs, Islamism, China, Russia. Do we really need to care about this? Like, is this what we care about? A word someone says out of context. That Joe Rogan, for example, he didn't say it to anyone. He was talking about the word itself. If he had hidden, if he had used the N word, just hiding behind the first letter, that would have been okay. Really? Is that what you're telling me? That difference is enough to destroy his career? Come on, it's just silly. And I think we should strive for. We should try to get to a place where we don't care about race. With black people have thick skin, like everyone, and we live in harmony, uh, basically. But what we're doing right now is to basically, instead of going forward and care about the problems that we really need to care about, what I see coming from the black community and also so many white people is just throwing a tantrum because the past wasn't perfect. Uh, like it's just, yeah, we know the past wasn't perfect, but what do you want us to do now? Black people are not slaves anymore. Like no one alive is has been a slave, a black slave like that. And this is my idea too. Like it's like I think black people, and it's a fact. You are right now. You belong to one of the most privileged groups in the world. Like you wouldn't prefer to be a poor Russian kid or a poor Mexican, right next to you, next to America. And maybe they're white. There are many white Mexicans that are poor and that really have no chance, and their lives really suck, and people are racist and xenophobic and the worst things to them. You don't want to be a Uyghur uh, kid raised in China right now, being raped, tortured because of racial reasons, actual racial reasons. Those aren't words. They're not crying and getting people fired, comedians, because they use a word. They are really getting hurt. You're not a woman under the Taliban right now, okay? So stop crying. Is my point. Like I understand, you can get offended and everything, but we have to be rational. We have to demand more of black people. Okay, white people should demand more of that. And it's not up to you to give us a pass about saying nigger. Okay, we can say it like we know when we are moral or not. Okay, it's just white people were the ones that freed you. First of all, it's not like black people did a revolution. They did it. White people fought for your rights that you have right now. So I think let's all unite a little bit more. Let's relax. Okay, let's not say the word. I don't want to say it. But if you're gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. If you're gonna say it to my face when you meet me, I'm gonna say it too. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like it's not up to you to give me the pass for it. And really, I don't really use it in my daily life. I don't think it's a word that I really like. Um, but my final point, okay, is just this: that the same way that we have to realize that you're privileged in this society, every American is. uh, I am not responsible for the sins of my father, right? White people are not guilty because they're white. They didn't enslave your ancestors, okay? So that's my last point. I think it's time to grow up.